Okay. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Toronto Police Headquarters. Today, Inspector Michael Williams from 42 Division is going to provide an update on the aggravated assault investigation. Inspector?
Thanks, Lori. On Wednesday afternoon, just around the lunch hour, our officers from 42 Division responded to a very troubling call in around the Hupfield Trail and McLevin area in Scarborough. As you know, it's been a story that's been covered across the city. A 76-year-old woman who was out for her daily walk was approached by an unknown person at that time and shot several times with a BB gun in the hands and face. She suffered some pretty serious injuries. Thankfully, she'll recover from them, but quite obviously she's very traumatized and is actually concerned to walk back on the street again. I'm very happy to report that last night, members of our emergency task force, our major crime unit from 42 Division, located and arrested a suspect who was responsible for that pellet gun or BB gun discharge. Umer Saad, 27, of Toronto, has been charged with numerous assault and weapons-related charges, as well as breaching his conditions. We understand how concerning this was for all the members of the community, and even this morning on the way in to work, I listened to several news clips from people being interviewed in the community and how concerned they were about it, and actually their responses were like uplifting, really, to hear how thankful they were and that they actually feel comfortable to go back on the street again. So I really want to thank the officers from 42 Division. Everyone in the station was upset with what had taken place, and everybody dropped everything and worked as hard as they could, as well as the emergency task force for safely locating and apprehending this young man for us without incident. When he was arrested, he surrendered peacefully and no one was injured, which is the best outcome we could possibly ask for. And we also want to thank the members of the community. It's received a little bit of coverage this morning as well that our officers, it was like good old-fashioned police work that led to the identification and arrest of Mr. Saad. And the community really stepped up. I think that everybody understood how important this was. We had a lot of cooperation from community members who provided us with CCTV footage, doorbell cams, and we were able to track this person back and locate them, identify them, and arrest them. So very upsetting incident that took place, but at the same time, it's great to see the community and the police working in partnership to identify this person and arrest them. Did anyone have any questions for me?
Yeah. You said that this was, well, not you personally, but the police said that it was considered random. Is it still believed to be random, or has that changed?
Yeah, the motive is something we're working on right now and trying to figure out exactly why it took place. If we're able to determine a motive, we'll certainly present that in court. But at this time, it does appear to be random, which again is even more concerning when random things happen and they're not targeted. That's definitely something of concern for people in the community.
A couple of questions. First of all, there's a charge that he breached a condition. What court order was he on? And can you speak to that, please?
I can't get into that in much detail. That will be presented in court, but it is a court-imposed condition that he was on.
Okay. Second of all, this is sort of, as you said, random, but do you believe it's isolated? Does someone just start doing something like this, or do you believe there may be a pattern here?
We're definitely investigating any other incidents, and we want members of the community to come forward. If you think you've maybe been in contact with a person in that general area who you thought was maybe threatening, we're definitely looking at anything around that area that may be built up to this and can maybe provide us evidence of what was taking place before. But it does appear that this person was working alone. We haven't identified any other incidents as of yet, but we're certainly interested to hear from the public about anything that they've noticed.
That's an intent, and from the appearances and from the photographs, it looked like the person was wearing maybe a woman's jacket. Is that the case? I mean, what did you mean by disguise with intent?
I believe their face was covered at the time. which is during the commission of offense, if your face is disguised and unable to identify you, that's a charge we can present in court.
Able to
Did he
retrieve
live in
the
the
pellet
neighborhood?
gun? Can you tell me, were you able to retrieve that pellet gun?
We did, yeah, we did seize a pellet gun in relation to a search warrant we executed. I don't want to get into too much detail about all the evidence that we did seize, but we are very confident that we have the right person.
Are you a resident in that neighborhood?
Yes, that, Mr. Saad is a resident of the neighborhood, did not live far from the incident.
Okay, one more question?
How's that woman, sorry to interrupt, sorry, how's that woman, you said she's traumatized, but can you say, is she still in hospital? What are her injuries?
So she suffered injuries to her, I believe they're defensive injuries to her hands and also to her face. She's recovering at home now, which is great to hear, but obviously traumatized. We've spoken to the members of the city's crisis response team, community crisis response team, who are following up in the community. We know that was traumatizing for this woman, but also traumatizing for anybody that lived in the neighborhood and wanted to walk out to their car, go get groceries, go for a walk in the neighborhood. So I think it's a very positive thing that we've apprehended this person quickly and can provide a little support to the community as well.
Can you just clarify one thing about her glasses? Did that prevent her from getting further injuries to her eyes?
That's not clear at this time exactly how it protected her. I do know that one of the BBs did strike and break her glasses, so the glasses could very well have protected her. Thankfully she wasn't seriously injured, but again, very upset and it's very upsetting thing that took place.
Can you tell us what the BB gun looked like? Does it look like an actual handgun?
I can't tell you exactly what the BB gun looks like. Sorry. All the investigation took place overnight, and it's again very, very quick and rapid. But I'm sure we can provide further update if you have any other questions or need anything else. Okay, thanks everyone.
All right, thank you everyone for coming.